Hey everybody, welcome back to Clues by Sam. We gotta do this real quick today because I have a dentist appointment to put back the crown of my tooth that fell off last week. But it's all alright, we're gonna do this. And if you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a daily logic puzzle game where there are 20 people, each of them is either a criminal or an innocent, and you gotta find out what they are using the clues that those people might give you to help you. So we are doing this every day here on the channel, and if you want to play as well, there is a link in the description. And if you want to play along with me, then I'm going to start mine right now, and I'm going to explain my logic as I go. So no panic, we do this with our own time. Let's see. Vera says there are exactly 2 instances to the right of Floyd. Well, there's 2 people total to the right of Floyd, so both of them are innocents. And now both of them give us no clue. Now Gabe says that exactly 2 of the 3 instances above Wanda are Erwin's neighbors. So Wanda has 4 people above her. 3 of them neighbor Erwin, and 2 of those are innocents. So the 3rd instant has to be the 4th person above Wanda. That's Steve. Now Hilda says that exactly 1 innocent to the left of Uma is neighboring Megan. Where's Megan? Well, Uma and Megan. To the left of Uma, there's 2 people neighboring Megan. One of them is already an innocent, so that's the innocent that Hilda's talking about, which means that Tina is a criminal. And now Tina says that only one of the 5 innocents neighboring Floyd is above Steve. Floyd has 8 people neighboring him total. So if 5 of them are innocents, 3 of them are criminals, but only one of those 5 neighbors Steve. And 3 people neighbor Steve and Floyd, all of them on row 3. So that's 2 criminals right here. So let's say that Kyle and Megan are criminals. How do we deal with that? Also, let me go back to Hilda's clue. Did it say the total of people to the left of Uma who are innocents? No. It's just 1 innocent to the left of Uma neighbors Megan. So that's okay. We don't need that anymore. So one of the 5 innocents neighboring Floyd is above Steve. Oh, above Steve, not neighboring Steve. Okay, so now we know that Floyd is not the 2nd innocent above Wanda. Why is that? The 2nd innocent, there's 3 innocents above Wanda. So Floyd is one of those innocents. Why? Because there's only 1 innocent above Steve who neighbors Floyd. And above Steve, there's 2 people who neighbor Floyd. And Floyd himself. So only one of them is an innocent, the other one's a criminal, and the 3rd person has to be the 3rd innocent who is above Wanda, because they're also above Steve. So Floyd has to be an innocent. I hope I worded that well enough that it could be understandable in the end. Now Floyd says there are exactly 4 innocents in column B. Well, we know about 3 of them, Floyd himself, Steve, and either Betty or Larry. That's 3. So Wanda has to be the 4th one. Now Wanda says that Larry is one of Steve's 5 innocent neighbors. Where's Steve? Steve also has 5 innocent neighbors. Larry is one of them. Where's Larry? Oh, Larry is here. So he is the innocent above Steve, and Betty is a criminal. Now, let's leave Wanda's clue because it tells us the total for Steve. Larry says that Floyd and Steve have 2 innocent neighbors in common. Now it's about the neighbors that they have in common. So one of the remaining ones who are Kyle and Megan is an innocent to make the 2nd innocent besides Larry. The other one is a criminal. And that's the 2nd criminal neighbor for Floyd, because Betty is already a criminal. So let's see what Betty says. Row 4 is the only row with exactly 2 innocents. Let's put a stop there because we also know that Steve has 3 criminal neighbors just like Floyd. And since one of them is going to be in row 3, Tina is the 2nd one. Then Olaf and Xavi are one or the other as well, because we need a 3rd criminal here. Now back to Betty's. Row 4 is the only row with exactly 2 innocents. Row 4. So we know that Olaf and Uma are both one or the other as well, because we have 1 innocent in that row and 1 criminal. But now we know also that row 3, which already has 2 innocents, that there's Larry. The first one is gonna have a 2nd one who's either gonna be Kyle or Megan. So it has to have a 3rd one in order for it to not have 2, like row 3. So Noah has to be the 3rd one. Oh my god, Noah just saying that Olaf is a criminal. accusations. That makes Uma an innocent and Xavier an innocent. Now, Uma says there are exactly 2 criminals above Olaf. And that's the 2 criminals that Floyd needs. Sorry, I was trying to think about how does that affect us in row 3 here. Because let's say that Megan is a criminal. We couldn't have both Irving and Alice be criminals because we already have Betty, the first criminal, and Floyd only has 3 criminal neighbors. So even if Kyle is not a criminal, then Irving and Alice are one criminal and the other one an innocent, which makes Chris an innocent. Now, what else do I have to know? Larry is one of Steve's 5 innocent neighbors. Floyd and Steve have 2 innocent neighbors in common. Exactly 2 of the 3 innocents above Wanda are Irving's neighbors. We already have that. Am I missing something? Row 4 is the only row with exactly 2 innocents. Is that about row 1? Is that about Donna? Because if Alice is a criminal, we would have row 1 with... We couldn't have Donna be an innocent, otherwise row 1 would have 2 innocents as well. And if Alice is an innocent, then Donna would have to be an innocent. So Donna and Alice are the same thing. That's what we figure. What else? Have I skipped a clue? For instance, in column B, exactly 2 of the 3 instances above Wanda. 1 instance to the left of Uma. Floyd and Steve have 2 innocent neighbors in common. We know that. Something was stolen from Steve. Only 1 of the 5 instances neighboring Floyd is above Steve. Okay. There are exactly 2 criminals above Olaf. That makes Kyle a criminal. Because like I said before, if Megan is a criminal, we couldn't have these 2 be criminals and there's nobody else to be a criminal. So Megan has to be an innocent and Kyle has to be a criminal, so that these 2 total the 3 criminals that Floyd has. That was in my face all that time. Now, there are 10 innocents on the edges. How many do we have already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna have an 8th, who's either gonna be Alice or Irving, but we need the other 2 people to be innocents as well to total 10. So both Donna and Zoe are innocents. And now because of Donna, we know that Alice has to be an innocent, so that row 1 doesn't have 2 innocents only, and that makes Irving a criminal, and we are done. Okay, that was kind of tricky there. I wouldn't say it was a medium one. Unless because I think I might have confused myself. But I enjoyed it. It was a really good puzzle. I like different types of clues that make you work your logic in different ways. That's why we practice here every day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how it went for you, and I'll be back again tomorrow with more Clues by Sam, so I'll see you tomorrow.